Hello everyone, Miguel here from Unique Web Designer, and in this video we are going to discuss Google Business Profile. What is it? Why should you care? And how it can help your business grow online, get more clients, and so on. And the way I'm gonna do this is this is a live recording by the way, and I have a sheet prepared with the questions that I come across the most when it pertains to Google Business Profile from small business owners that are trying to increase their online visibility. And so, without further ado, let's get right into it. Let me shrink this for us. And the very first question is obviously, what is Google Business Profile? Now, before about a year or two ago, it was called Google My Business. So, you may still hear that because people are used to using that term. But what it is basically a free tool that allows businesses to manage how their business appears on Google Search, Maps, and Shopping. And I'm just gonna show you how it looks. So let me just do a quick search. So this is my Google Business Profile right here. And I'm looking at it on my laptop, but if you look at it on your cell phone, it may look a little different, but you're gonna have the same exact options. And I'm gonna show you how it looks when somebody actually does a search. I'm gonna use incognito just so Google doesn't know our specific location so that you can get, the results. And let me see. So let's look for Fort Lauderdale web design. And these right here are sponsored. So this basically means that this business is paying Google every time someone clicks on their ad. So that's why it says sponsored. And for the most part, most people do not click on sponsored, even though that's how Google makes most of its money. Most people come down here, and this one is sponsored as well. But this is the way your Google Business Profile will show when somebody does a search. So the very first organic result, as you can see, is us, Unique Web Designer. Now, depending on where you're located, it may give you a little different results, but it's probably going to show the same three um, agencies, web design agencies. It just may not be in the same order. Now, if you're in Plantation or in Miami and you do a search for web design near me, obviously it's going to show you different information. But if you're doing a search for Fort Lauderdale web design, this is most likely what it's going to look like. But it still takes into account proximity. So it may be a little different for you. So right there, that's what your Google Business Profile looks like. So that's the importance of it. So as you can see, like most people don't want to click on things that are sponsored because they know somebody's paying to be up there. But once they start seeing this and they're seeing like, your ratings, your feedback, your address, your opening closing hours and so on, they start getting intrigued. They click on your profile, they'll go to your website, they'll call you, and so on. So that's the importance of Google Business Profile to you. That's how you can grow online if you have a service-based business. And so let me close this and let's go over the second question. So how do I claim my Google Business Profile? So I guess I can't spell my Google Business Profile. So let me just show you. I'll do real quick. Okay, so all you have to do is go to google.com/maps. And it's the same on your cell phone. It's just gonna look a little different, obviously, because you don't have as much screen to play with. So let's just do a search for any address and just to show you how you can do that. So let's see what Google comes up. So 5594 Southwest 20th Terrace. So if you want to claim your Google Business Profile, all you have to do, as you can see down here, you can see where I'm hovering over here, is, let me just show you with this pen, right here. You click that. And by clicking that, you basically, you'll go through through a step-by-step system where Google is telling you, okay, what's the name of your business? What's the business category? And then you click next, and then it's gonna ask you some more information about your business. So that's how you claim your business. On your cell phone, like I said, it's gonna be a little different, but you're gonna have the same options. You just have to look for it. So let me just close this and let's go to question number 3. How do I verify my profile? Now, when you add a Google business um, to Google, they want to verify it, and this is their way of saying yes, this is a real business. And they have different methods. Back in the day, the most popular method was sending you a card, like a postcard with a verification code, and you would go into your profile and you would put in that verification code and you were good to go. Nowadays, they don't use that as much. I haven't really seen that done for the past, I would say, 8 months to a year with all the businesses that we've helped create their Google business profile. Now, the other methods are phone or text. So this one they use a lot when you're using like a home address and you've lived there for a while. So kind of like there's information out there pointing to you living at this address. So they'll send you a, they'll call you and basically leave a message with the pin or the code, or if you answer, they'll actually, like a machine will tell you that code, or they'll text you that information. Email works the same way. They send you an email with the verification code, you put in that verification code, and your business, and they'll consider that business verified. Video recording. Now, this is one that they're using a lot nowadays, and I actually had to do this one with my business when we changed our address. And the way this one works, you actually have to do a recording of showing that you have access to this business, to this address, to the stuff that's inside of this building or this house, or depending on what address you use. So in my case, in Fort Lauderdale, I had to basically start outside the building, take a video of the street and the buildings around our office. Then I walked in. I showed them getting into the elevator. When we get up to the 17th floor, then I'm actually showing them our logo on a place on a wall where they show every office that's in that specific office, and then in that specific floor, I mean. And then I went into our specific office, and then I showed them, my laptop. I had the our website up on my laptop, so I zoomed in. I showed them little things about web design that were on my desk, and then just to cover my behind, I went a little step further. I went into a conference room that's not actually our conference room, and don't tell Google this. And I put our our website on the screen, and I recorded that as well. The entire thing, it may seem like it was very long, but it was actually a minute 30 seconds. And one thing that I will say, most people that are doing the video recording, it usually takes about a month to actually be approved. The businesses that I've done it for, my own took 28 days. I've seen some businesses take over 30 days. For the most part, it's within 30 days. So just keep that in mind. If you have to do video, your your address may not show right away because Google would take that time to actually verify your profile. And for the videos, make sure that they're not over 2 minutes long, because the longer you make it, it seems like their system, for whatever reason, has problems accepting them. So you have to redo the video, re-upload it, and so on. So just keep that in mind. And the other way that they're doing it nowadays as well is live video call. I've only had to do this once, or not me, because it was a customer, a client of ours that we set up their profile and they chose the live video call. So that's basically Google calling you and you show them your office. That's basically what that is. And that one, in that case, it was instant. I don't know if it's always instant because that's the only time we've actually had to deal with that. But just keep that in mind. There's different ways of verifying your profile so that Google says, okay, this is a legitimate business. We're gonna show it and we're gonna start considering it for our rankings. So the next question is, should I do a service area or show my location? This one is hard. Now, the way the best way that I can tell you what to choose is, if you don't mind people showing up at your place, if you have a storefront, then definitely show an address. Whether you provide a service there or not, show an address. And the reason being is that whenever you don't show an address, Google still takes your address because the algorithm uses proximity when it's showing the rankings. So if you're closer to a business, that business has an edge over a business that's farther away. So in other words, if I do plumbers near me or plumbers in Fort Lauderdale, the businesses that are closest to me have an edge over the businesses that are still in Fort Lauderdale but are not as close. So basically, if there's a plumber that's four blocks away from me, and then the next closest one is a mile away, the one that's 4 blocks away has an edge. It doesn't necessarily mean that they're gonna show first, but most likely they will show first if they're doing, you know, if they're doing everything the same. The one showing the address and is nearest me is gonna show closer. Now, as far as showing your address, it's about the same thing. So when you don't show an address, a business that shows an address is, if you guys are doing the exact same work when it comes to trying to rank your business, but one is showing an address, another one is not showing an address, you could be in the exact same place, and the one showing an address would take the first spot. Basically, it's gonna take priority according to the Google algorithm. So it doesn't mean that you're not going to rank by not showing your address. It just means that if three other businesses are doing the exact, putting in the same effort that you're putting in into local SEO, those other two businesses that are showing the address most likely are going to rank above you. And I'll show you some samples. Like, let's say um plumbers near me. And so you see the results. These ones at the top, they're showing an address. There's directions, 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 and then you'll find like some like this where it's not showing an actual address. It says directions, but I'm pretty sure it's not going anywhere. And you'll see, let me see if I can show you any results that don't have it. So pretty much all the plumbers that are ranking have directions. So let me try one. Let me do incognito just to see. Um, plantation plumbers. Okay, so Google is asking me if they want to know if I want to provide them my specific location. I'm just gonna hit not now, and if you come over here. So once again, what you see these have addresses where, let me see. So directions, these are the sponsored ones, so we're not looking at those. But you see direction, direction, direction. This is the first one that doesn't have directions. And look at their profile. They have 240 feedback and 4.9. Yet this one has 112 feedback and 4.2. So this profile below it is a lot better. And it's a lot better than the number two result as well, as you can see. 4.7 feedback or 4.7 stars out of 98 reviews. The number one is 401 feedback. So they're blowing everybody out the water. But as you can see, these two actually have less feedback and are doing less than this guy right here. Yet they're showing above. And that's because this guy is not showing his address, whereas these other two are showing the address. So I just wanted to show you a sample. Now, but this is a good example as well. It does not mean that you're not going to rank. Google will rank you. What will happen is that you're not going to outrank someone that's also basically doing the same amount of work or even a little less work than you are because they are showing the address and you're not. So if you can show your address, do it. If you can't, don't show it and just do the best that you can because you will rank and it's still going to rank you around the area of the address that you put in whenever you verified your profile. It's just not going to rank you above businesses that are in that area that are actually doing some SEO. So just keep that in mind. And with that, let's go to the next question. How do I know which categories to choose when setting up my profile? And so whenever you set up your profile, Google says, "Hey, what category do you want your business to show up under?" So in other words, like if you do a search for web design in Fort Lauderdale, it's gonna bring up companies that chose web design, web development, things that are related with web design. But if you do web design, the category is very important. So it's going to show companies that put web design as one of their categories. And let's say if there are 20 websites that chose web design as one of their categories, those 20 websites will show up above any other website that didn't choose web design, even though they do web design. So there could be a company that chose marketing, like marketing agency or marketing consultant, and they may be a web design company as well. But if they didn't choose it, Google is not gonna put them above a company that chose the correct category based on the search that the individual that did the search made. So I'm gonna show you the best way to do it is do a search for your business or for kind of like if you're a plumber, do a search for plumbers near me. Or if you're a web designer, in our case, so for a lot of the web designer, and you can download this if you're using Google Chrome, it's called Google Business, I believe it's GMB, no, GMB Anywhere. So GMB Anywhere, and using Chrome, I already have it, so it's not gonna tell me, it's just showing me remove from Chrome. But in your case, if you don't have it, it's gonna say add. And once you add it, all you have to do is, and you see it here, all you have to do is do a search, plumbers near me, whatever service you provide. So if you're, let's say, pool cleaning near me, let's just do this one. Okay, so pool cleaning near me. And whenever you have this add-on activated, as you can see it here, GMB Anywhere, you'll see this come up. So right there, GMB category, you see it's saying swimming pool contractor, pool cleaning service. This one is pool cleaning service, self-establishment, swimming pool contractor, swimming pool repair, pool cleaning service, swimming pool contractor, contractor fine. Okay, so as you can see, look, the let me see, one, two, three, four. The top four results all have swim pool cleaning service, pool cleaning service as one of their categories. Now I look for pool cleaning near me. So as you can see, it's prioritizing this. Now this one has 53 feedback, this one 14, this one 57, this one 18. And look at this. Number 5 has more feedback than all of them. It has definitely great rating, 4.8, which is higher than most of the ones above. Yet they didn't choose pool cleaning as a service. So pool cleaning service is not here. Swimming pool contractor, contractor. So it's still ranking it, but it's showing other profiles above them because those profiles have that specific service as chosen in their profile. And so the one thing that you'd want to do in your case, depending on what service you provide, say in my case, the way I did it and the way everyone should do it, you do a search for web design near me, and I'll show you. So for a lot of the web designers, and here we are at the top, and then if we work our way down, so I notice a lot of the results that are at the top, they have web designer, consultant, design agency, e-commerce agency, internet marketing, marketing agency. Now, if you don't provide a service, don't add it. Like, don't do that. But if you do, definitely add it. Definitely add it. If you're seeing that come up on the results, then definitely add as many services that you can. And Google has the services already in their system, so you can't say, like, let's say in my instance, I wanted to do like web development, WordPress web design. WordPress web design is not an option, so it's not a category. In other words, I couldn't use it, but within the categories that they have, I used all the ones that I could, and based on the results that I was seeing from the businesses that were showing at the top. So, and I believe mine we picked like 5. So we web designer, graphic designer, internet marketing services, marketing agency, and if you see it says find out more, we have a few more, but this is what you want to do. You want to choose the the categories that other businesses that are already ranking have on their profile. So let's go ahead and go to the next question. How can I add photos to my Google Business profile? So this is a very good question because you're gonna be adding, it's good to add photos of the work that you've done, of your logo, and so on. And I'll just show you right on mine how you can add it. So this is the way it looks on your computer. So if you go over here, you see photos, you click on photos, you hit add photos. So right here is gonna show you all the images that you actually uploaded. And then here you hit add photos, and then it's gonna tell you where do you want to add the photos from. So it's as simple as that. Now, should I post updates on my Google Business profile? Updates is basically it's kind of like what you do in Facebook. You talk about your day, you say something interesting, and you hit send or you hit post. And that's what an update is. And the way I look at updates is, listen, Google wants to reward businesses that are active. They want to reward businesses that they can confirm, hey, this business is around, this business is providing good information, this business is in the community, they're they're putting themselves out there. So you're adding photos, like add a photo every now and then. And an update, you do it right here. And you can add offers, add an event if you have an event. And even if you're not, advertising any of this, it's just good to let Google know that you're active. You're actually paying attention to your profile. You're working it. So you hit add update. You can add an image and then a description of your update. So I definitely recommend that you do updates. And the way it shows is you'll see over here. Um, so you'll see like these are a lot of the updates that we've done. So 19 hours ago, I actually uploaded this one, just created a quick intro video for our website. thought I share with everyone. Before that, it's just I uploaded one of the videos that I did on YouTube. So that was 2 days ago. So I try to do 2 to 3 updates every week just to show Google, hey, we're around, we're working, we're trying to like increase our online visibility, and we're doing it in your platforms. So on Google My Business, on YouTube, and so on. So just keep that in mind. Do updates, add photos, keep busy, stay busy. It's kind of like, on Facebook, when you started out, you had no friends, you probably didn't, or Instagram, but over time you start putting up updates, and you start seeing people that you don't even know trying to friend you. That's basically the way I look at it. Google wants to see you being active. The more active you are, the more they're going to reward you. Obviously, up to a point, because if you're just posting a bunch of BS and your profile has the wrong categories, you're not showing an address, no, it's not going to reward you. But if you're doing everything right, and your friend down here is doing everything right as well, but they're slacking, they just did their profile, left it up there, and they just get a review every now and then. Yeah, you're over here, you did your profile, you have everything the same, but you're updating it, 2 3 times a week. Google is gonna see that. They're gonna say, well, this person is more active, so let me rank them above this other business. So definitely update your profile from time to time. So the next question: what to do if I have multiple locations? Okay, so if you have multiple locations, add each location separately. Don't try to, like, advertise different addresses on the same profile. You actually can't do that. The only way you can do it is by creating updates, but it would be just an update saying, hey, we have this new address. Now, what you'll see, like franchises, they have different GMBs for different places. So it's kind of like, if I look up Burger King near me. Now, this isn't to say that it's the same owner, but what you'll see, there's different Burger King. So if you have a franchise, or you have, multiple locations, you want to add the different locations everywhere. And the way you do it is the same way that we added the business in the first place. You would just, put in the address. It's gonna tell you that you already have a business, like by the name, but then you're just gonna say, I'm adding a second location, a third location, and so on. And every location that you have, try to do the same thing. Update it. Um, Add photos, add your logo, add the address. Do all of the things that you can in order to help it rank, and Google will reward you for it for sure. And let's see, what's the next question? How do I increase the visibility of my Google business profile? And this one is, you can do 1,000 different things. So this one I cannot answer in a quick video, like a 30-minute, 1 hour video. So, but what you want to do starting out is, obviously, choose the right category, verify your business, add an address, whether you show it or not, that's up to you. Add your services, um, do updates, and another thing is, you want to do what's called citations. Citations is a mention of your business with your address and your location, your phone number. So kind of like any service-based business can get a Yelp citation. So Yelp is a directory. If you provide a service and you see that other businesses are showing up on Yelp, then do that. And one thing that I recommend is just doing a quick Google search. So top citation list. And this right here, Bright Local, is they actually charge people $2 per citation. I I don't recommend that you pay. Now, if you don't want to do it yourself, yes, use a company, an application that does it for you. They charge like $2 per citation, and what they do is kind of like if you choose Yelp, they'll send your information to Yelp and it'll create a profile that you can manage within their application. The reason why I'm showing them is just to show you the actual citation sites so you can come in here. It's telling you right here, Google Business Profile is your number one. Apple Business Connect, number two. Facebook, number three. So, on Facebook, you can create a page for your business. Bing Places, number four. Yelp, as I mentioned. Five, Foursquare, Snapchat, Waze, Here Maps, Nextdoor, TomTom. So basically, there's a list of places where you want your business to be listed. It doesn't mean that you have to be listed on all of them, but I would always recommend that you at least get the top 20 if possible, and then find industry directories that you can get your business on. So kind of like in my instance, I'll show you. So if you do web designer in Miami. Now we're not ranking too well in Miami because we're not located there. But what you'll see here is the top results. They'll show Upwork. Then this is an actual web design company. Now Clutch. If you go to Clutch, what you'll see is this is an actual directory. So if you're a web designer, and this is a directory specific to this industry. So it's not gonna show up on here as one of the top directories, as one of the most well-known directories, but it's actually good because these are actual, industry directories. So they're relevant, they're specific. The only thing you're gonna see on here is web design companies. So Web Designers Miami, if you come down, you see, so it's showing you a bunch of companies. What do? Depending on the directory, obviously, there'll be like some kind of, there'll be a button somewhere. Like if you see here, join, and then it'll allow you to add a business. So let me show you one. Like let's say for Lauderdale web design, and I'll show you one just so you can see how we do it. For Lauderdale web design. Okay, so we can leave this. And right here, so the very first result for the organic search is Thrive Agency. That's an actual company. The next one is what you see, expertise.com. And this also is a company that's web designers. So best web designers in Fort Lauderdale. And what you'll see is that our company is, let's see. Okay, so right here, unique web designer. Our address, they pull our feedback from Google. It's delayed. I don't know how often they do it, but as you can see, it has 29, even though we have like 40 something. Um, and then you have a little snippet. So the reason why this is important to get on relevant directories is because Google is crawling all the websites out there. So the more places that you show in that are relevant to your industry, the better. The more Google is gonna say, hey, I need to rank this person. And I'll show you another one. So Design Rush is another one that's, an industry directory where you're gonna see marketing agencies, web design agencies, web development, app development. So basically tech companies. And I don't know, unique. Okay, so right there, here we are, unique web designer. They show reviews. On this one, they don't pull it from Google. We have one review. It says 4.3 um, expertise, and then it says, what our expertise is on. So e-commerce, business to business, UX strategy, and so on. So basically, in your instance, you would do a search for plumbers near me or plumbers, in Fort Lauderdale, like say plumbers. Just do the same search that we did before. And so you're seeing right away, expertise has a directory, Yelp has one. And so basically anywhere that there's a list, go for that. Like contact them, um, add your business to that directory, and you see it's get listed. Like you don't have to do a lot of things. You have to create a profile. You may have to verify it, just look on Google, but that's definitely going to help you with your visibility and to rank higher. Another thing that's going to help you is creating backlinks, which is it's similar to a citation and being on those directories. It's basically just a link from another website. It's better that it's relevant from basically a link from another website pointing to you. And another thing that Google takes into consideration is how much time are people spending on your website when they click on it. So, when somebody clicks on my Google profile, and if they go right back, Google doesn't like that. If they see that people are spending time on my website, then they're gonna consider, oh, hey, this website must be good for this search because people are staying a long time on the site. So, and then you can write content on your website that's specific to to what key phrases you're trying to rank for. So for instance, I'll show you a little bit on my website. And right here, so for Lauderdale, we're number one, as you can see, for Fort Lauderdale web design. And right away, what I'm telling Google is the most important thing on my website, which is my header, and it's called like a H1, is Fort Lauderdale web design agency. Right here, Fort Lauderdale web designer. I have a video that's also titled Fort Lauderdale web design. And then as you see throughout the page, um, putting in things that have to do with web design and web development. So Google can interpret your website if you give it the content. Google cannot interpret if you don't give it the content, if you don't give it the information. Your images, if you have an image, make sure that you name the image to keywords, key phrases that you're trying to rank for. So there's a ton of things that you can do to to improve your rankings, but those are some of the most important. And now, how much does local SEO cost? Like, if you don't have the time to do your own SEO to get your map rankings up, it's called the map pack. So if you don't have the time to do all of this that we've just discussed, so your profile is probably just gonna be there because depending on the service that you provide, most likely there are other people providing that same service. So just uploading your profile and doing it properly, yes, it's going to help, but you have to maintain it. You have to do the citations. You have to get the backlinks. You have to get the directions mentioned. Like people putting in your direction and actually asking for directions. You have to optimize your website so that it goes hand in hand with your Google profile. And one thing that you want to do is what you'll see here. Like I actually have a map that takes people directly to my Google business profile. So that's actually unique web designer right there. And if you go for directions, it's gonna open up the Google Maps. It's gonna open up you see, unique web designer, our address, and then you just tell it from where you want to start from where you're starting to get the directions to that specific business. So in other words, I'm telling Google, yes, this is my website, and I'm gonna connect it to my Google business profile. I have over here where like my Google reviews and so on. Over here, you can write a review. So, excuse me, everything on the website is correlated to my Google business profile. Why? Because I'm a service-based business. I want to rank for a lot of the web design, for a lot of the web development, for a lot of the web designers, and anything around those subjects. Local local SEO, for a lot of the SEO, and so on. Once we completely rule Fort Lauderdale, We're gonna go into Miami. We're gonna go into and we're already ranking in a lot of areas that we're not located in because we have like if we have pages on our website that mention specific cities, like what you'll see here. Let me show you. So like West Palm Beach, no, I don't have a location in West Palm Beach or anything, but I have a page on my website that's about, web designing in West Palm Beach. So going back to the question, how much does it cost? Now, I cannot speak for other companies. SEO is time consuming. And as you can see, it's a lot of things that people don't like doing because they're kind of like mundane. There's no excitement. You're just sitting in front of a computer. You're typing in information. You're getting backlinks. You're writing content. You're doing videos. I mean, there's a lot. There's a lot involved. So just as with any service, you'll have companies at the top that are charging a ton of money. You'll have companies at the bottom that are charging not enough, that are not charging enough, and then you have everyone in between. I cannot speak for other companies. I can tell you that doing my research when it comes to local SEO, most companies that I've come across, they're within the $1,000 to $5,000 range. And the reason for that big gap is just that, and when I say that, it's a monthly fee. The reason for that large gap is because, some people will spend more time or some people just have charge more. It just depends. Um, but like, I'll show you our pricing just so that you can see it. And these are our actual pricing. Um, this is not to say that other companies are charging the same amount. Some are charging more, some are charging less. So our lowest package is $600, and this package is basically if you're already ranking, we're just maintaining your ranking. So kind of like we have a client that we've been with them for, I believe it's about a year and a half or so, and that client, they're already ranking for most everything that they wanted to rank. So all we're doing is kind of like maintaining the rankings. It'll go up and down a little bit, but we're just making sure that we're maintaining it, that they don't go down. If we see that someone took over the first spot, then we're trying to find out, hey, why did this person take over the first spot? So, in other words, for this profile, for this business, we don't have to do too much. We just have to make sure that their rankings don't fall. They're already established. Google trusts them. Now, what would happen is that if that business decided to not do SEO anymore, the like in this case, they'll maintain their ranking for maybe a month or two, but then the guys that are behind them that are doing some work, they're obviously going to be moving up to the point where if you're number one, you're gonna become number two, number three, number four, and so on. The more that others are doing and the less you're doing, obviously the better chances that they have of one upping you. So basically when you're established, you already have rankings, you're doing very well. Our package for that is $599. Now for our next package is $999. This one is basically, hey, you're a service-based business that may have a little bit of ranking, but you're struggling. Like you're showing up number 100, number 20, number 15, number number 50. So in other words, you have a base, but you're not moving. You're struggling. You're not moving up. You're not going anywhere. And that's where most people find themselves actually. If they've already created a Google business profile, most likely they're ranking somewhere, but they're not ranking where they need to. Like if you're on the second page, nobody's looking at you. The first basically the top three results get like 70% of clicks, and then it goes down, 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 and the second page all combined gets like 1% of clicks. So in other words, if you're a plumber and you want to rank for plumbers near me or emergency plumbers in plantation, and let's say 100 people are searching and you're not showing up on the top three, let's say you're on the second page, there's only one person that's going to click each month on a search on a result on the second page. And the likelihood of them actually clicking on yours is not likely. So basically this package just means that we're going to spend more time on your business, but you already have a base. So we can actually just kind of like push you through to the top. And one thing to keep in mind whenever you start doing local SEO and any kind of SEO, it does take time. Like if it was an overnight thing, everybody would do it. But if everybody's doing it, then who is Google going to reward? Obviously, it can't reward everybody. So you you can't expect overnight results. It's an ongoing thing. Everybody's doing it, so Google is going to reward whoever's been doing it longer and is doing it the best. And our gold package is basically tailored towards service-based businesses as well, but ones that don't have a base. You may not have a Google profile, so it needs to be set up. You need your citation, so you're starting from the ground up. You don't have anything to show. So this the way I mainly tell people to look at it is you would want to do that if you have no base, you have no Google business profile, your website isn't set up for success. So we have to go into your website, optimize it for whatever terms you're looking to rank. And we also have to set up your Google business profile, optimize it as well, upload images, do the backlinking, do the directories, do the whole shebang. And then once that's done for about 2 to 3 months, then you can come down to the 999 package. Why? Because in the first 2 to 3 months, we can do a lot. We can get you going. We can start seeing you ranking. We can see the 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 what's working and what's not working, and then we can just scale back a little bit because it comes a point where like you may see an overnight jump of from 80 to 20, from 80 to 40, from 40 to 15. Like you could see that jump overnight, in one week, in 1 month. But once you start getting to the top 10, you don't see large jumps. You may, yes, it may you may see like, kind of like the outlier where you jump from number 10 to number 1, from number 10 to number 2, but that's not likely. What will happen is you'll start stabilizing near the top, like on the first page, and then over time you're gonna start going up, going up, going up, going up, going up, going up. And obviously these packages are set out there for, kind of like as a guideline. Depending on your business, the competitive nature of your industry, that's it's going to change obviously the pricing. Yes, there's a pricing here for 999, but if you're like a lawyer, there's nothing that I can do for a lawyer for 999. Why? Because it's a very competitive industry. It's littered with SEO companies and lawyers spending hundreds of thousands of dollars, in cases millions of dollars, and there's nothing that a small campaign can do to to get to actually put you above the businesses that are on the first page results, which is why I personally don't work with lawyers when it comes to local SEO. I stay with service-based businesses, more like roofers, pool cleaners. Um, I don't do web design, obviously, because because we're the web design company. But also we do tours for Everglade tours. We work with taxi company, and basically service based barbershops, beauty salons, private chefs, and basically all these services that are actual small businesses involved. Any service that's like a huge business, I don't deal with it because people won't have the budget required to actually see a difference. So that's about it for this video. And hopefully I was able to answer, most of the questions that you had on your mind for when it comes to Google Business Profile. And if you found something useful out of this video, it would go a long way if you share it with everyone that you know or everyone that you think can find some some use from this video. And make sure to like it and subscribe to the channel so that you can see whenever I put up new videos, which nowadays I'm doing about a video every day. So as always, unique is